In this video you'll learn how to work with different shields. There are two types of shields. If you use something like a flash, you will use the 5-volt shield. If you build the Leaphy original, you will have the 3-volt shield. The differences between the shields are not very big. You have 3 rows of pins on the sides. There's also a battery connection here and an on-off switch. The Arduino, the Nano, you connect that to the 2 rows of holes you see here. This image shows you how to connect the Arduino. There's always a USB connection on one side. And that's indicated in the picture. So in this case, the Arduino should be placed on the board this way. The 5-volt board can only be used with a regular Arduino Nano. There are many different Nanos, most of which now operate on 3 volts. This is an original Nano. It fits on the 5-volt board. But if you do that, there's a good chance the Nano will burn out because the voltage is too high. So be careful and look closely at the picture. It also shows which Nano should be used. As I said, there are 3 rows of pins on the sides, and it indicates here what those pins are for. So you connect the actuators and sensors here. Actuators and sensors always have a positive and a negative. A minus is indicated with GND for ground, and a plus is indicated with volt. So for the 5-volt board, that's 5 volts. And for the 3-volt board, that's 3 volts. The middle row is that. The outer row is always GND. So GND, GND, GND. 5 volts or 3 volts. Then you have the inner row. That's the output pin. So there you read sensors or control actuators, for example. A difference between the 2 boards, besides the voltage, is that the 3-volt board has 2 connectors. Furthermore, they are exactly the same. So the connections I show in the videos will be the same for both boards. So a sensor you connect to a 5-volt board, you connect the same way to a 3-volt board, and vice versa. When it comes to the 3-volt board, has 2 connectors for connecting modules. You can connect a motor module to one side. And then you can here connecting 2 motors. This is, for example, the case with the Leaphy original, where you have those 2 yellow motors. You can connect them here. There is also an on-off switch to turn the motors on and off. On the other side, there's another connector to connect a sensor module. You just slide it into the connector, and then you have a lot more connections for sensors. In the upcoming episodes, I will tell you more about connecting sensors and motors. For now, you know the difference between the 5 volts and the 3 volts, and that you need to check when connecting an Arduino Nano if the board is suitable for your Nano.